You know when you're so close to success? Like you can taste it, but then life knocks you down a few notches, and suddenly you're back at square one, wondering how you're going to get there. You feel like you've lost your power, your purpose, even your mind. Well, guess what? You're not alone. In today's story, we'll meet a man who refused to play by the rules. He turned against the heavens and even dared to fight Buddha himself. And though he may have lost that battle, he won the war because he taught us all a lesson about humility and the dangers of chasing power without wisdom. So stick around and let's find out what happened to the Monkey King. Have you ever thought you had life figured out only to realize it was playing you the whole time? Maybe you found a shortcut, a cheat code, and then reality hit you like a freight train. Welcome to our channel, where we bring you stories that will change your perspective and leave you feeling enlightened. Let's dive in. Introducing the Monkey King, there's a myth about someone who tried to beat the universe. His name, Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. He didn't just challenge the rules. He declared war on heaven, fought gods, beat gods, and challenged Buddha himself. Who is Sun Wukong? He started as a simple monkey on a mountain. One day he learned from an old turtle that there were magical peaches that granted immortality. He went looking for them, found a Taoist master, learned magic, transformation, and eternal life. After training for 60 years, he returned home. In celebration, his fellow monkeys offered him the best food they could find, except for a special banquet which was reserved for the queen. When she heard this, Sun Wukong felt insulted. He ate 34 of the peaches. Boom, immortality. And he ate so much that he became immortal 7 times over. Immortality plus 7 equals a lot of power. He ate divine peaches, drank heavenly elixir, meditated for centuries, and even erased his name from the book of death. Death gave up trying. At this point, you'd think he'd be satisfied, right? Wrong. He was just getting started. Next, he needed a weapon. He found a magical staff weighing 17,500 pounds, which responded to his thoughts. Behind his ear, it was the size of an ant. In his hand, it was the size of a mountain. Then he went to heaven to cause some serious damage. He scared the Jade Emperor, the king of heaven. He was afraid that Wukong would start a cosmic crisis, so he gave him a low-ranking job to keep him quiet. But Wukong took it as an insult. He was a great sage, a genius, and he should be running the place. Instead, he was stuck filing paperwork. So he ripped up his uniform, threw away his staff, and declared war on the celestial realm. He defeated 100,000 heavenly warriors and laughed while doing it. Cosmic crisis. Now the Jade Emperor was truly worried. If Wukong continued this rampage, he would destroy the entire universe. He called in Buddha, not for violence, but for wisdom. Would Buddha be able to calm down the Monkey King? When Buddha arrived, he sat calmly and said, "Let's make a bet. Can you escape my palm?" The challenged Sun Wukong laughed. "Escape your palm? That's easy. I can leap 34,000 miles in one somersault. I've reached the edge of the universe before. Your little game is no fun." Then Buddha dropped a truth bomb. "If you really want to escape, go ahead. Leave this world behind and don't come back until you've traveled to the farthest reaches of existence. Oh, and don't use any magic powers. Do it the old-fashioned way." This was exactly the kind of challenge Wukong was looking for. He launched from Buddha's hand and flew for what felt like days. Finally, he saw 5 giant pink pillars. He assumed it was the edge of the universe. So he left some graffiti. "Sun Wukong, great sage equal to heaven, was here." Then marked his territory monkey style. Next, he proudly returned to Buddha and said, "I did it. I escaped your palm." Buddha calmly turned his hand over. On his middle finger, Wukong's graffiti. At the base of his thumb, the P. The lesson Sun Wukong was stunned. He never left the poem. He thought he escaped, but the entire universe was still Buddha's hand. Infinite ego just got outmatched by infinite wisdom. The mountain not wanting to embarrass the Monkey King any further, Buddha turned his hand into a mountain and trapped Wukong underneath for 500 years. It wasn't a punishment. No violence, just stillness and time to think. And boy, did it change him. Sun Wukong spent his time in the mountain learning something very important. Power doesn't change you. Fighting doesn't change you. But stillness does. The mountain wasn't the end. It was the beginning of his transformation. We're all Sun Wukong, hustling, side hustling, hacking the system, thinking we've escaped the grind, but maybe we never left the poem. Sometimes our biggest challenges are also our greatest teachers. They help us grow in ways we never imagined possible. So instead of fighting against your setbacks, embrace them. They might just be your mountain, a space to learn, to reflect, to grow. That failure, that pause, that delay, it might not be punishment. It might be your mountain, a space to learn, to reflect, to grow. Don't be like Sun Wukong. Think before you jump into action. Because the universe has a way of humbling even the most powerful beings. So if you feel like you're stuck, take a deep breath and let your ego go. You never know what might happen next. Modern parallel. Are you tired of feeling like you're just going through the motions in life? Do you feel like you're re-stuck in a dead-end job or a toxic relationship that you can't seem to escape? If so, then you need to hear the story of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. Sun Wukong was a powerful and immortal monkey who lived on a small mountain with his fellow monkeys. But he was never satisfied with what he had. He always wanted more power and freedom. So he set out on a journey to overthrow the celestial kingdom and become the supreme ruler of the universe. Along the way, he gathered followers, learned new skills, and faced many challenges. But he never gave up on his dream, no matter how impossible it seemed. As you listen to his story, ask yourself, what are you willing to do to achieve your goals? Are you willing to break the rules? Are you willing to face the consequences? Are you willing to sacrifice everything? The takeaway, don't chase power without wisdom. Be content with what you have. Don't underestimate the power of stillness. It can teach you more than any battle ever could. Be aware of your ego. It can lead you to great heights, but also to your downfall. Be humble. Even the mighty Monkey King can be defeated by his own ego. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe for more. Join our community and stay curious. Until next time, remember, ego tries to escape. Wisdom learns to sit still.